Alright, what's going on today, YouTube? Welcome back to your favorite cyclist YouTube channel. This week, I'm showing you guys how to install a half-link chain on your bike. But before we get into today's video, if you are new to my channel, make sure you head down below, hit that subscribe button for me. If you already are subscribed, make sure you hit that bell icon down below. That way you get notified every time I upload. Though we don't mind saying it's awesome cycling content we got on this channel. So like I said, today we're installing a brand new half-link chain on the good old Mini Rocker here and replacing our old crappy chain that's far too stretched out for this bike. So first thing you gotta do when you're getting ready to install a new chain on your bike is, of course, get the old one off there. You don't want the old chain, get that off of there. And in my case, that was as simple as removing this little quick link here, chucking it off to the side and ready to go in the dumpster. I don't want to see this chain ever again. It is so stretched out, it's not even funny. And in my case, we're gonna go completely from scratch installing this brand new half-link chain here. So I got the Mini Rocker right up here. Let's go ahead and bring you guys a little closer. Let's start working on installing this chain on the bike. Alright, so we're over at our bike here. We got our half-link chain here. So when you get your half-link chain, you're gonna notice there's two ends. One that has a pin through it, just like that. And then one that does not have the pin through it. So when you actually go to break your chain, you're gonna wanna break your chain on this side of the chain. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna do this a little bit more difficult way, but the way a lot of people have to do this, and that's installing a chain without having a prior chain on there. Like I said, I do have the old chain right here. However, I don't completely trust the length on it enough to actually judge off of that chain. And then we're also going full length, half length. I just want to make sure we get the chain as best as we possibly can. So right now I have the wheel about where I like it in the dropouts, so we are set to go right there. So what we're going to go ahead and do, we're going to drape our chain up and over our front chain ring, over our rear cog, and slip it through the frame here, just like so. And we're actually going to loop this around to the top so I can actually see it. There we go. Dude, that looks awesome. Look at that. That's just like full beef and burliness. All right, so there's our one end. So let's kind of pull this through so that we can see about where our chain needs to be cut. So in our case, I think we might end up perfect right on that link right there. So in my case, you can see right there, so this is our link that I said you need to hold on to, the one with the pin already in it. And lining those up, we are like dead lined up with this pin, with this link right here. So we are gonna cut our link on this link right here. So you're gonna need a chain breaker here, and what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna make sure we break on the right pin, because that's important. So this pin right here, so we're gonna go ahead to our pin, we're gonna get our chain breaker over that chain, maybe. And we're gonna just go ahead and start turning our little arm here, and we're gonna push that pin all the way out of this chain. At least that's the plan, is to push that chain, that link, or the pin all the way out of this chain, so we can break it right here. So you'll see, you'll feel kind of a little pop when it pops out. Don't push it all the way through. Trying to keep that pin in there, just in case you need to add it on later, or you break a chain later. You have a place to add that. So we've got that guy removed, ready to go. From there, I'm gonna grab our chain back up here, and we're gonna slip our links together. And so you can see those fit pretty solid together, just like so. So what you find, it's a lot easier to put these chains together if you pull it off of either the front or the rear chain ring. So once you have those apart, you can see these two just slide right together, just like so. Okay, so what we're ran into here, so this chain is actually too large for my chain breakers. It doesn't quite fit in there. How it fits in the middle, but with that pin fully extended all the way out, it doesn't fit in here. So what we ended up doing, I ended up grabbing a pair of like channel locks, I think is what they're called. So we got these guys, and I'm just gonna kind of push that pin in with these guys. So I have it on both sides, I have the leverage good so it's pushing straight, and we're just gonna kind of press it in like so. And what we're trying to do is at least get it to the point where we can then go to our chain brake tool and push it in the rest of the way. So got that in there. So now let's try our chain breaker and see if we got enough room now. Let's see, so we'll pop this guy, there we go. Okay, now we're setting our chain breaker to where I think will be good. There we go, okay. That actually looks okay. Okay, so in our case, we kind of used a combo between, I'll show us on camera so you guys will see it, but I kind of used a combo of our chain breaker and a big set of channel locks essentially. So we pushed it in most of the way with the channel locks, used our chain breaker to slowly get it kind of started in the circle on the other side and the hole on the other side. And then we used our channel locks to kind of press that in the rest of the way and get it to snap in. So they do make a specific half-link chain breaker. If you're going to be doing this more often than this one time, probably would buy that. It might be worth your time to get that tool and you'd probably be good, ready to go. And what that's really going to entail, I guess, larger spacing right here for the half-link chain to actually fit into. I'll probably be buying one shortly after this video, but that involves more space right there. A regular chain breaker is not going to work to push it in just because there's not enough space for the half-link chain to fit in there. It's just a big burly chain is what it is. So get yourself one of those half-link chain breakers if you're planning on doing this more often. Otherwise, we're able to make it work without really anything crazy other than just a standard chain tool instead of channel locks. So we got that on there. What we got to do now, we got to go ahead and get our chain on our gears here now. So now that we've got our chain set, the half-link chains are a much tighter fit and they don't bend and flex quite as much as a normal chain. So what we're gonna go ahead and do, we're gonna pull our nuts off our rear wheel. That way we can slide it forward in the dropouts so we can get our chain fully on gears here. Get our half-link chain all the way on there. And then we're going to go ahead and just tighten up our wheel from there in the dropouts. We should be set to go. And once you have the rear wheel all tightened up, you're ready to go out and do some pedaling on your bike and get yourself riding again. Any maintenance on this half-link chain is going to be the same as any other chain out there. You just use your chain loop. That's all you got to do on this chain and you'll be set to go for quite a long time. So like I said, you can do this job with just a pair of channel locks and just a regular old chain tool. You could probably do it with even more basic tools if you wanted to. However, if you're going to be doing this more than once and you want to put this on multiple bikes, or you want to be able to be sure you can get it apart and together nice and simply, get yourself a half-link chain tool. I'm going to have a link in the description down below. Like I said, I'm going to pick one up for myself, so the one in the description is actually one I'm going to be picking up as well, so I can service this chain a lot easier than, this. So hopefully through the next little bit, we'll be able to test this chain out and see how well a half-link chain works. See if there's much of a difference between just a standard chain or if it's really just a better way to adjust your wheel. So again, if you're interested in any of the products or tools used in this video, there's going to be links down in the description below. I appreciate you guys clicking those links and checking them out and buying them. It makes a big difference to the channel. If you enjoyed the video or at least learned something about installing a half-link chain today, give this video a big thumbs up. Appreciate the support. Any comments or questions, let me know down in the comment section below. Love talking to you guys. Love answering any questions you guys have. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching today.